Hello everyone, I'm Raven from Raven Comics, and today we're starting a new Flash saga called Finish Line, which I'll be covering in a total of 3 videos. I hope you enjoy them. We begin in Gorilla City many years ago, when Gorilla Grodd ruled. He was sitting calmly when suddenly, someone appeared before him. Grodd asked if he really thought he could come here and do whatever he wanted. But to be honest, Reverse Flash was much faster than Grodd remembered. Now he asked what he wanted. Professor Zoom replied that he only wanted to talk. Grodd said there was no need to talk since he could enter his mind and see all his fears. After all, he had tasted Flash's blood before. Perhaps it would be interesting to know what Reverse Flash's blood tasted like. Eobard easily escaped. He had already seen the gorilla's future and had an idea. With these words, Thawne managed to get Grodd's attention. Back in the present, Flash was running while remembering things. He knew he had made a huge mistake. A monster named Paradox wanted to destroy him and erase him from the timeline. Barry tried to stop him and lost. But he knew that someone had defeated Paradox before. That someone was Reverse Flash. So Barry brought him back to stop Paradox. That decision had a great cost. Along the way, Thawne killed Godspeed. Later, Barry arrived at August Hart's grave. There, he recalled some words Thawne had told him before, so he immediately left, leaving Iris alone in the cemetery. We travel back in time again. 2 years ago, the rogues were robbing a bank. Unfortunately for them, the police had them surrounded. Just before getting caught, all they saw was a yellow blur. Later, Captain Cold and Glider appeared somewhere else. This angered Captain Cold. He insisted they didn't need Reverse Flash's help to escape. Besides, the rogues hated speedsters and had no intention of working with one. Reverse Flash dodged their attacks without much trouble. Professor Zoom believed they could form a team. After all, he had seen their future, and they weren't going to like what would happen. The truth was, they should have teamed up a long time ago. Meanwhile, back in the present, Wally and Avery were fighting Tarpon when Flash suddenly arrived and took him down. He needed to talk. One of their old enemies, better known as Godspeed, was dead. Wally was shocked. He had never liked the guy, but that didn't mean he wanted him dead. Avery asked what had happened. Flash told them that Reverse Flash had killed him. Wally couldn't understand. Wasn't Iris supposed to have killed him with one of her future weapons? Barry confessed that he had to ask for Thawne's help to defeat another enemy. He had done so by bringing back a past version of Reverse Flash, thinking he could control him, but he was wrong. Flash told them that wasn't all. It seemed Thawne's plan was for Flash and his family to be together, but they had no idea when he would strike. It could be any day, when they least expected it. Until Barry took care of Reverse Flash, Avery and Wally needed to keep running. In other words, he wanted them to stay on the move to be safe. Flash hated leaving them like this, but Reverse Flash loved seeing people suffer. We travel back in time again. 2 years ago, at Iron Heights Prison, Trickster was planning his escape. Before he could do it, Reverse Flash arrived to help. He already knew everything. James Jesse would escape and pull off the greatest trick of his life in Central City, but in the end, he would fail because he hadn't teamed up with the rogues. Now, Reverse Flash was offering him a chance to rise above that and prove he wasn't a joke. What Reverse Flash was planning was something big. He came from the future and wanted Trickster to help him get what he wanted. Thawne would make sure he pulled off the greatest trick of all time. Moving forward, Trickster asked why they also needed Turtle. Reverse Flash explained that the powers of the Still Force affected him too much to free him, but Trickster could help. Turtle demanded to be freed so they could kill Flash. Reverse Flash told Trickster to get to work. Meanwhile, Thawne had some calls to make. Back in the present, at the Flash Museum, Iris knew Barry was busy, but not too busy to clean up the damage from the battle. Normally, Flash would have repaired everything in seconds, but Barry was still grieving August's death. If he cleaned it up, it would feel like he wasn't respecting him. Iris told him they should get to work together. She would help him. More help arrived. Wally and Avery also joined in. They had done this before and weren't going to leave him alone. Barry asked them to leave. Wally questioned why. Did he just want to hide his grief in this place? Barry said he wasn't grieving. He was angry. Avery told him they were angry too. Besides, if they stayed together, they could protect each other. Flash wasn't worried about their ability to defend themselves. He trusted his team. But Iris knew the truth Barry didn't want them to see what he was about to become. He was determined to kill Reverse Flash. We move to the future with Reverse Flash. In the end, he was right, the future has not changed yet. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind takes him by surprise. Thawne calls out for them to come out and face him. These kids thought Eobard was dead, though that's something he hears quite often. They did everything he taught them, hoping he would be proud of them. Thawne asks if they would like to join a new kind of family that will help them save their father. After all, a family that hates together stays together. We return to Barry. He can still hear that sound when he closes his eyes. He felt like he had no other choice. That was the point of no return for Flash and Reverse Flash. Their fate is forever trapped in a cycle of death and rebirth. Thawne's hatred toward Flash has only grown over the years. Eobard's sole mission is to make Flash's life a living hell. They had taken care of him before, but now he's free, and it's all Barry's fault. He knows his enemy is still in the present and must find him. The problem is, he knows he can't focus solely on Thawne. He has work to do, crimes to investigate, and he can't afford to be consumed by thoughts of his enemy. He's even been running all night. He was supposed to arrive in time to have dinner with his family, but instead, as always, he arrives late. They are already asleep. Iris tells him not to worry. She knows he's doing his best to track down Reverse Flash. Barry tells her he's searched everywhere, but there's no trace. After Thawne killed August, he said he was planning something else. There must be small details Barry hasn't noticed yet. Iris urges him to rest for a moment and eat something. Barry has been running so much that he didn't even realize how hungry he was. Iris asked him to listen. He can't let Thawne control his life. Ever since he killed his mother, he has done nothing but make Barry's life miserable. He has to start forgetting about him. He must stop thinking about killing him. Avery and Wally interrupt the conversation. Barry must have woken them up when he arrived. After spending a pleasant moment with his family, Barry agrees with Iris. Perhaps he should clear his mind and forget about Thawne for a while so he can get back to his life. The next day at work, Director Singh welcomes him back. There's a mountain of evidence that Barry needs to examine immediately. Suddenly, their conversation is interrupted by a child yelling. He knows his father is innocent. The director explains to Barry that the boy's mother was murdered by his father. The final verdict to the trial will be announced today, and it will be the death penalty. Barry can't help but relate to the case. After all, years ago, his own father was accused of murdering his mother and sentenced to life in prison. Barry decides to investigate and interviews the officers who arrested the suspect in this case. They tell Barry that they have no physical evidence, but they don't need it because the boy's father confessed. Barry immediately leaves. He was the one who collected all the evidence, the lab processed it, and he recorded the findings, but the evidence was inconclusive. He should have reviewed it himself. Now he wonders, how did he lose this case? Then he remembers that night, the same night he reunited with Wally and pulled him out of the Speed Force. He can't let an innocent person die just because he was too distracted being the Flash. He knows the father confessed, but the evidence still needs to be verified. He must ensure that justice is served. The crime scene was never cleaned up. Everyone ignored it because no one wanted to deal with the tragedy that happened there. This has been one of his greatest fears since becoming the Flash. If he moved too fast and someone paid the price for his recklessness, he wouldn't be able to live with it. He was out of his mind that night. Something about this crime scene sends chills down his spine. It feels like there was something else that night, something more than Wally's return. This scanner isn't regulated by the forensic team. The last time Barry used it was when Reverse Flash attacked Batman in the Batcave. Now he knows Thawne was here. The Speed Force has a unique energy signature, just like its negative counterpart. Barry was right, Thawne has been playing with him for a long time, hurting those around him. Eobard is lucky that Flash hasn't found him, because when he does, he will make him pay for all his crimes. But for now, Barry has to talk to Heather's husband and find out what really happened. Suddenly, Director Singh approaches Barry and asks what he's been doing. Barry tells him he was reviewing Heather Macy's case. He has some questions to ask. The director tells him the case is closed and that he has other cases to work on. But Barry realizes this isn't the director. It's Turtle. Barry wonders how his enemy managed to escape. Turtle isn't the only one. Trickster is at Barry's home, ready to perform one of his greatest tricks. His next trick is to make this building disappear. Barry doesn't understand how Trickster is in his apartment when he doesn't even know his secret identity. And as if that weren't enough, reports come in that Captain Cold and Golden Glider are robbing Star Labs. Flash doesn't understand any of this. 2 of his villains attacking is a coincidence, but 3 at the same time? That's something else entirely. Lisa warns her brother that this better work. If they work together, they'll secure their futures forever. Barry can't believe the Snarts are back in Central City. Another alarm goes off. This time, Gorilla Grodd is attacking the Flash Museum. Barry now knows this isn't just a coincidence. All the attacks are happening at strategic locations, places directly linked to Flash, or rather to Barry Allen. Now that he understands what this is all about, he can predict the next attack. The West family is at home when suddenly, Barry arrives at top speed to take them to a safe place. Outside Central City, Barry tells them that his villains are attacking the city. All these targeted locations are connected to Barry Allen. Iris tells him not to worry, they can take care of themselves. Maybe at this moment, he is doing exactly what Thawne wanted. Reverse Flash is attacking Barry's life from all sides. Iris knows what Flash must do now. He must start running. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm TJ Prime, and see you in the next video.